YouTube world. Today we talking about 10 best groups or duos coming out of New York City in the 1990s. 1990, I was 16. I was outside. This is the music that inspired me. These are the groups or duos that I listened to. There's one group that I didn't mention that deserves attention from me, and that's Mob Style. That's a group that we listen to religiously in my project. Slow Rhyme, shout out, YO. Every day was mob style. That's just what it was for us. Even though I left them off this list, trust me, they're never forgotten. Now, as we continue on. Any other groups or duels I have missed that you appreciated, leave in the comment section below. I like to start off and state my opinion as I'm not ranking them. I'm just discussing some groups or duels that I believe had the most impact on me as a youth coming up in that time frame. And I like to start with Gangstar. Gangstar debuted in 1989. Consists of Guru or Premier, also known as Primo. Guru was from Boston, Mass. Premier's from Houston, Texas, but still they're considered New York City hip hop, even though their own cities respectively may like to claim them, but they're considered New York City hip hop. Um, it goes Gangstar was already formed in Boston. They fell out, the original members. Guru kept the name, the label got with Premier, the two met up, they made history. 91 it came out, Step in Arena. 92 Daily Operation. 94 Hard to Earn. 98 Moment of Truth. 4 albums, 10 years, and Premier was still doing countless other production on other tracks and albums. So Premier, he helped shape that whole decade. Like his sound is crazy. He was definitely one of them ones. To me, he's top three producer all time. I take Premier against anybody, man. Like seriously, he's that dude to me. And you can't leave Guru out. You know, he had his own style, laid back, jazzy. You know what I mean? Street oriented with a message though. You know, he wasn't on no wild out, dumb out, but he definitely was street with a message. You know what I mean? Um, Next I'd like to recognize Tribe Called Quest. Tribe Called Quest consisted of Q-Tip, Phife Dawg, Rest Well, and Ali Shaheed Muhammad. Their debut album was People Instinctive Travels and the Path of Rhymes. This album got a 5 in the source, 5 mics in the source. So that tells you this was one of them ones. They really put it down with this one right here. They come out of Queens, New York. 93 they dropped Midnight Marauders. 96 they dropped Beat, Rhymes, and a Life. Billboard 200 chart topper. 98 they dropped The Love Movement. You can see again, they was busy throughout the decade. Um, they had some of the hardest posse cuts, if you want to call it that, with the scenario. Like I couldn't even go through their discography, man. I would suggest you just go check out A Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Especially Phife Dawg. Phife is truly underrated. You know, Q-Tip, he get a lot of the recognition because he came out first with the Jungle Brothers, and he just had that voice, that sound. He got a distinctive voice. But Phife Dawg was definitely nothing to sneeze at. Three, talk about Black Moon. Black Moon came out, debuted 93, Into the Stage, first single, How Many MCs, and Buck 'em Down. Also, I Got You Open. Buckside Shorty formed Dug Down Management. They put out Smith and West in 95, Helter Skelter, original Gun Clappers. Then they all joined up, became the Boot Camp Clique. They had Coco Brothers. Um, I think they're very underrated for their movement they had. They lot of groups, lot of moving parts, pretty much like the Wu Tang, but they couldn't find that cohesiveness together or that success. But they were definitely throughout the 90s, and they definitely put it on for Brooklyn. Next,